Welcome to the Rich Lady Revolution, Redefining Rich with Diane McKendrick. Hey, lovely lady, I see you. You're an ambitious, high-achieving woman, driven, passionate, and ready for more. More money, more impact, more freedom. This is the place where women just like you come together from all over the world to break the old rules and redefine what it truly means to be rich. Because being a rich lady is about so much more than money. Joining the Rich Lady Revolution with those two sisters is about more than the money in your bank account. It's about building wealth on your terms, doing what you love, with who you love, and creating a life that feels as good as it looks. It's about stepping into your unshakable power and purpose. This podcast, combined with my 5th book, is your personal invitation to step into your rich lady identity. I will be here to educate, inspire, and empower you along the way, to support you to cut the crap, do the thing, and be the rich lady you were born to be. So if you are ready to elevate your income, your impact, and your life, the revolution starts now. Hello, and welcome to episode number, I don't even know, of the Rich Lady Revolution. The reason I don't know is because I just did a 7-part series called the Car Park Podcast series. The reason I was doing that was to show one of my clients who is very time poor and travels a lot that you can do a podcast from wherever you want in the world, and she's going to start doing them from the airport. So I was like, I'm going to do the 7 series from the car park. So there's 7 podcasts about to come out, all different topics, all different car parks. I'm sweating, the doors are shut, the aircon's off, and I'm in a different car park all around the place each time. So keep an eye out for that. But now, in this moment, I am here at podcast 240 something with a very special guest, and I'm so excited to introduce this lady to you. This lady's name is Krystal Brown, and I'm going to share how we met. Actually, I'll welcome you first. Welcome, Krystal.
Thank you. Hi. Thanks for having me.
So good to have you here. And Krystal spelled with a K. For those of you that are visual like me, Krystal. Krystal Brown. Anyway, let's go into how we met. I always love sharing the adventure of how I meet people. So I'll share my version, you share your version, and then we'll just see where the podcast takes us. So my version of what is the last minute I decided to go to this yacht party because I just knew the yacht party wasn't really my vibe. It's at the Gold Coast. I know incredible people were doing it, but there's very different scene often at the Gold Coast. I knew the music was going to be loud. I knew there's lots of drinking, probably some drugs too. I don't drink and I don't do drugs, and I'm a bit of an old lady, like to go to bed at 8 o'clock. And I'd had events like back to back right up to this. But anyway, I made the commitment. I decided to go. And as we were chatting about yesterday, we always get what we need, not necessarily what we want. So through the course of this day, I did have a brilliant, amazing day, adventure and friends and out on the water, dancing. Through the course of this day, I met this beautiful lady, and it was like a breath of fresh air walked up to me. And the moment you looked at me, I felt something different. And then you opened your mouth and you started talking. I'm like, she's our people. I couldn't really hear you because it was so bloody loud. But I was like, she's my people. She gets it. Although we couldn't really converse because the music was so loud, there was this resonance there. And so you went off and did your thing. I went off and did my thing. And then we connected after and then had a call on Zoom yesterday. And we were just like, you can do this and that. And you told me about everything that you did. And I was just so inspired and so excited. And yeah, I just wanted to get you on the podcast to introduce you to everybody. You said this is your first podcast, give you practice at sharing who you are and what you do and that version of yourself. Perhaps your friends and family and previous colleagues don't know, because I know you said you'd been a bookkeeper. So yeah, here we are. I'm going to hand over to you. You can share your memory of meeting and then how that sort of evolved into how we're sitting on the podcast today.
Yeah, perfect. So I had a show on the Gold Coast that Friday night, and I live about 4 hours away, and it just kind of worked out that I was there that weekend. And a friend of mine who was running the event said, come along, have some fun. So again, it wasn't my style of event either. I wouldn't normally head out on the yacht and get all dolled up, but it was fun. It was an amazing day. And I can't remember the lady's name who introduced us.
Was it
the very first 10 minutes of us meeting, being there, I think.
Was Cara or Christine?
Oh, yes, I think it was. Yeah. And then we just got chatting. And then, like you said, the boat went and off we went. And then at the very end, I made sure I came and found you and said, lovely to meet you, and swap our details and all that sort of thing. Because you just realize in those teeny tiny moments that these people are people you're meant to meet along your way. So that was perfect. And I'm glad I did sort of chase you down at the end of the boat trip to find you again. And yeah, yesterday was lovely, just having a chat. And it's beautiful. Like you said, I was a bookkeeper and I've changed my whole direction in life. This was about 5 years ago now. And a lot of people in the business and networking scene still remember me as Krystal, the bookkeeper, and to sort of get back out to networking now and meeting everyone as Krystal, the hypnotist. It's a different way of it, but this is me. And I'm so proud that I found my passion in life now. I'm obsessed with everything hypnosis and healing and growth. So, yeah.
So you're a hypnotist and you do shows. Tell us about that because that's what I was really super, just really, what's the word? Interested. There's another word. I can't think of what the word was, but yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so I started off doing the one-on-one sessions, healing people with hypnotherapy, and it just fascinated me. I loved it. But I've said my whole life, I've known my whole life I was going to do a comedy show. And I often joked with my wife, I'll put that in my comedy show, I'll put that in my comedy show. And it just got to the point that I was like, well, I need to do this. So I wrote my show, I practiced my show, my beautiful little family know all the words because they've been around the whole time. And then one day, we were sitting around and I sort of, why haven't I done my show yet, right? And I had to do some inner healing and have a look inwardly. And I had a little 12-year-old that just didn't want to get laughed at inside of me. So I had to heal her. And once I did that, I did the show in the next 2 weeks and I haven't stopped. So when did I start? April, and I've done 10 shows already this year, and I'm set to do another 11 by the end of the year, which is so exciting. I
Oh
love
my
it.
gosh. So if you're listening to this and you want to come to a hypnotist show, you can go to Krystal's website because you
Mhm.
said something to me yesterday that really, well, a lot of things actually, but one of the things in particular that really resonated with me is that the hypnotist, my interpretation of what you said, it's the stage show has a bit of a bad rap in the way it can be like making people buck like a chicken or pretend to eat an apple that's really an onion or whatever and making fun of
Yes.
people. And you
Mhm.
had a different approach to it. Like you had that journey of getting up on stage. You knew you had this gift. You met the 12-year-old version of you that didn't want to be seen. And then through that journey, you also realized, I want to do this differently. I want to be able to, I think the words you said to me yesterday was like heal, educate, and inspire people to do things differently or however you said it. Do you want to share a little bit about your unique point of difference? Apart from being probably one of the only women that do this, how is yours different? Because I'm just so
Yeah.
intrigued. That's the word I was looking for before.
Intrigued, yeah. So absolutely. So my show, I'm so proud of it. I would happily say there's absolutely no embarrassment in my show. No one at all gets up and then feels like I should never have done that. The people who get up and volunteer on my show they have the best night. They come out of it laughing all night, having so much fun, joy, laughter. So my purpose is to change the way people think about hypnosis shows, comedy shows. Mine is a lot like a motivational show disguised as a comedy show. So basically you come out of it, potentially with fears removed, with laughter instilled, with joy. And I feel like I'm spreading joy and laughter to help heal people and heal the planet and bring, like, if you get 90 minutes of solid laughter for one person, that's epic. For 100 people, the electricity in the room just bright. I feel like it brightens the world. So that's my point of difference. It's not to laugh at people, it's to laugh with people and to show people how the mind controls so much about how we think and feel and act.
Oh, yeah. Tell us more about hypnosis and how it plays a part in everybody's daily life.
Oh,
We talked,
sure.
yeah, yesterday about, people being asleep or own versions of ourselves that were asleep for a really long time, and then the process in waking up and realizing there's so much more. So, could you share with some of our listeners a little bit about hypnosis and how it works? And yeah, that question first.
Yeah, absolutely. So hypnosis, it's really hard to quantify, but it's essentially, sorry, wrong word, a brainwave. It's the theta brainwave. So we all go in and out of the different brainwave states all day long. So I'll give you a bit of an example. You might be doing something mundane, something that you do every day, something that is just a habit.
Like driving?
like driving, and you go there, you drive, you get in the car, you're doing your thing, and all of a sudden you turn up to wherever you've got to, and you've gone, oh, hold on, how did I get here? Did I pass that roundabout? Did I go past that familiar street sign? So you've gone into, it's actually termed highway hypnosis. But there's plenty of other ways that we can showcase that it is hypnosis. You go to the supermarket and you buy 17 things instead of three. You've been hypnotized to see certain brands so many times that they just end up in your shopping trolley. And a lot of people might have a list, but they still grab the things that they do not need because they're hypnotized to
It's
choose
so
these.
interesting, isn't it? It's like a program running in your brain that you don't even know about. And it can
Absolutely.
show up in the day. This is why I was so interested in it. It can show up in the daily results or outcomes of your life, and you don't even know that it's happening. Like you said, putting things into your trolley that you had no intention of buying because the program's running, because of marketing, because of that brain wave. It's very clever, isn't it?
Mhm. Yeah, and it's everywhere, and it's been everywhere for a very long time. So, if you like, I can give your listeners a bit of an idea as to what hypnosis is without scaring people into being hypnotized. Would you like to
Yeah,
try
do it.
this? You can
Yeah.
try this yourself if you like. So, people can do this with their eyes open or their eyes closed. But basically, most people could imagine a lemon tree. So, I'll get you to imagine a lemon tree.
Yep.
See a lemon tree. I want you to see the beautiful green leaves. And I want you to just imagine that there's a few beautiful, big, yellow lemons on that tree. I want you to imagine that you can go and grab one of those big yellow lemons off that tree. See it, hear it, feel it, whatever that looks like for you. Grab that lemon. And I want you to just imagine that you can chop that lemon in half and then bring that half a lemon up to your mouth because you're going to imagine that you can take a bite, take a lick, take a suck of that big, juicy, sour lemon. And I want you and everyone else that's listening to just notice how your mouth is physically reacting and responding to the idea or the imagination that you're going to try a lemon. So how is yours reacting and responding now? Are you feeling saliva?
Yeah, I can feel saliva starting.
You're imagining that you're going to taste that sour lemon. A lot of people might get a look of sour on their face. So we do this at the beginning of the shows, and within seconds, I can tell who's going to be the best subjects.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm.
Too
Within
suggestible.
Yeah, so some people might be like, oh, straight away can feel it, taste it, believe that they're about to eat a lemon. Those are the people that are going to have the best night up on stage.
I can
But
even see you like,
yeah,
oh,
you do.
that's so
You start to
funny.
sort of swallow that. So basically, that in itself, very quick explanation, you're in a hypnotic state right there.
Yeah,
You
it's so simple. I
imagine
think we
something, your body.
complicate things because as after talking yesterday, we realized we did our hypnosis certification through the same person. So Luke Pierce, who's on the Gold Coast
Mm-hmm.
and probably one of the best in the world.
Absolute legend.
I interviewed Luke on the podcast. Oh, it was probably maybe even a year ago now. So
Mm-hmm.
make sure you go back and listen to his
I
podcast.
would happily.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And he taught me so much. He's obviously taught you as well. And my brain often goes, is it really this easy? And I had a lot of imposter, and it sounds like you did as well, because I created my methodology, Divine Hypnotics, where I was doing hypnosis for, high achieving, ambitious business women that challenge their pain point and helping that feel whole and complete and just shifting it and changing it for people. Every
Mm-hmm.
single time I see someone get such an outrageous transformation, shift, or change, even if it's slight, sometimes it's slight or it's a perceived bigger shift, that's just blows my mind every single time. I was like, if more people knew the power of this, everybody would be doing it.
Oh my gosh, yes. So what I'm trying to do is change the fear around hypnosis to exactly that, to showing people the power. If you can get saliva happening, just imagining that you're going to eat a lemon, imagine what you can do with your physical body to remove trauma, pain,
So, what
any
do you
kind of
think
problem.
people are scared of it?
I believe, and it's just my belief, I believe they're scared of it because of what the media and everything has put out there in the past about what a hypnotist can make you do.
Yeah, right. Because even I booked in a session with you this afternoon, and
Mm-hmm.
as I was doing my morning walk this morning, I feel fine about it, but I just noticed a bit of fear. And it was,
Mm-hmm.
I think, because one, there's change coming, and to the human physique and body, that can be a little bit dysregulating because I know that it works, and I know when you get a good facilitator. It's very powerful. So change is coming, uncertainty, releasing control because it's the unconscious mind, the unconscious programming that I'm not even aware of. And also being
Absolutely.
a coach, sometimes we can grip and grab and try to maneuver and micromanage things because we've learned so much and we're really well educated. And I was like, then what was sitting underneath that for me was trust. I was like, I only met this woman on the weekend or last weekend or what it was,
Absolutely.
but there's an enormous amount of trust there with you to support me to have this experience. So yeah, I think my thing was trust.
And I think that's a big thing for a lot of people. So my experience with any type of healing has been like counseling, psychology, and a lot of talk therapies. I found they didn't work until hypnosis.
Yeah.
So what I love about it is you don't have to talk about, a lot of the times you don't have to talk about a really big problem or bring things up or really go over things. It's a lot of it is in such a deep, powerful place in your subconscious that it's healed without that process.
And you
So a
know
lot,
what I've noticed as well? Sometimes it's so subtle, I don't even realize the change. And you
yeah.
shared this with me. You said you initially started hypnosis to stop smoking.
Mhm.
And, well, you can tell the story. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah, I went to this most amazing person in Brisbane. She was incredible. And I sat there, I did the whole thing. And a part of my mind the whole time was saying, this is not working. This is rubbish. I've wasted my time. I've wasted this lady's time. I'm not going to say anything because she's doing a great job. And, she's thinking this is working. And so that part of my mind was so negative in a way, thinking this is not happening. I thanked her. I walked away. I got in my car. I said, well, that was a waste of my day. I'll never get that 2 hours back. And then I never, ever touched a cigarette again. Not a
I just
thought,
love
not a feeling,
this.
not nothing.
And
No, not even I would normally have a cigarette now.
yeah.
Just gone. So for me, that sparked a huge fire within me to find out what is this magic? What is this that could do such a thing so easily, for anything. And especially
Yeah.
as a smoker, someone who's quit that many times. Do you know what I mean? And that was 8 years ago.
Wow,
So
that
yeah.
really just blows my mind. You don't have to go through the trauma of it. You don't have to go and revisit the moments. It's like
Mhm.
the modality of hypnosis goes deep into the programming, plucks something out, and
Yes.
it's just yeah, I hear these stories. I have my own experiences with it. I see it in my clients when I use hypnosis as one of the modalities in their coaching, and every single time, it
Mhm.
really just I feel so grateful that I have stumbled across this and then I researched it. And, I've met you now because you were saying yesterday also you work within corporate teams or with entrepreneurs to bust through those sales ceilings and things like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell us more about that because lots of entrepreneurs listen to this. That's what I'm booking in. Well, I guess I'll get what I need, not what I think I want. But yeah,
Yeah,
tell us about
that's
that.
sure. So a lot of, well, I want to say almost all of any problems we have in life are within our mind, right? Are within our beliefs of what we can achieve and what we see ourselves becoming and achieving. So let's just say sales. Some people might think, well, I only hit 100K sales. That's just what I always do. That's what you look for. That's what you achieve. That's the clients that you search for. But if you can break through that limiting belief and start believing that you make $1 million sales. Imagine the clients that you would view then, what you would look for, how you would talk, how you would react, how you would respond to those particular clients, just with one belief. And a lot of people might even have a fear of success, so that could be the problem, or it could be a fear of failure, which is very similar to the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
So there's lots of these things that you can remove or edit or change those programs within a person's mind to help them excel at business.
Oh, I love this. And tell us also about, we were chatting before we got on the podcast how you'd had a friend over this morning and this is one of your first podcasts and all the different versions of Krystal. Like you um, are the stage hypnotist and the woman who makes people laugh and heal from stage. But there's lots of other versions of you. Do you want to share a couple of those with us?
Oh, 100%. I love the versions, and it's like parts therapy, right? Which is hypnosis. So there's so many different parts of us. So I have this beautiful friend, and we do homeschool our kids, and we all hang out and everything else. And when I'm that Krystal, my hair's not done, my fringe is everywhere, my face isn't done, I'm wearing singlets, no bra, just
You're a
chilling out
black
at
farm
home,
mum.
feeding the chickens, like watering the plants, all that sort of stuff. And this beautiful friend of mine is like, I just can't see you, or I just haven't seen that side of you. And it can be difficult for some people to see that. I'm on the front cover of a magazine this month as well. And even doing the photo shoot and dressing up as that, Krystal, there's so many different parts of us. There's the mum, there's the wife, there's the chicken lover. I love my chickens, you know what I mean? And then there's the podcast, the speaker, the sales. There's so many different parts. The hypnotist, I give them all names as well. Like, they're not all Krystal. Sometimes I give them different names. And, I still have those parts of me that can get nervous and can get anxious and can get worried before we do things. And, I'll sit there and I'll say, listen here, Shelley, relax, go and have a cup of tea. We've got this.
Do you know how in alignment we are? I have that exact same conversation with myself, and I teach my clients. We name them all,
Oh, cool.
literally set up either
Mm-hmm.
whether it's in our imagination or embodiment of like physical, having a
Yes.
cup of tea with the different parts of ourself and
Mm-hmm.
allowing and opening the space to have the conversation of what needs to be heard. Where's that conflict? How can we work together instead of tearing each other apart?
I love
Like
that.
exactly what you
Yes.
just said. And this is even before I was taught about hypnosis. It was just a knowing inside of me that there's so many different parts. We've met a handful of them, we've named them, but there's
Yeah.
still many, many, many parts that we haven't even met yet. And that was a bit of an intention before we jumped on this call. Like, let's witness each other in the new becoming and the opening parts
Yes.
and integrating all those pieces and parts, which is just such a big part of the work. And it's so nice when you can do it over a cup of tea, right?
Oh, it's so good. I love that idea to sit and have a cup of tea with all the different parts. I
I,
might, I
li I
might do
literally
that.
sit at my table, I get myself a cup of tea and I talk to them and I see where the inner conflict is. And then I let them answer, say, where you're getting a promotion, because I don't want to get rid. This is what Luke taught me. Everything has a role. And I might
Mhm.
think I don't like my fear, I don't like my imposter. And if it's driving the car of my life, it's going to take me to all the checkpoints along the way that represent imposter and fear. But I was like, if I can move that to the side seat and I can say to it, I'm not abandoning you and leaving you. You actually have a really important role. But instead of
Mhm.
fighting and pulling each other apart, how can we work together? You're getting a promotion because we're going places, but we're not going places with the same way it was. It's got to be different.
Mhm.
You tell me what you're here to remind me of.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
then when they actually say, I'm here to remind you to stay grounded, then it sort of like redirects that part of myself and gives it a new job and a new role. And I don't know, the pieces and parts of myself seem to take that very seriously.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great way to look at it.
So they step up, and yeah, I'm really enjoying this conversation because often I think I'd get locked up if people knew what went on in my brain.
Ah, me
But
too.
there's more of us that think and feel and
Yes.
have cups of teas with parts of ourselves. And yeah,
Mm.
it's just such a joyful way of life for me and just keeps it adventurous and it just takes all the seriousness out of everything, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
So you're running shows, you make people laugh and heal and you clear fears that subtly they may or may not even really know about. They get to set the intention and choose that. It's
Mhm.
amplified because it's in community. What's the next few dates? Do you know off the top of your head?
Yeah, I have a show at the Seaview Tavern in Woolgoolga on the Friday, the 7th of November, and then Coots Crossing Tavern on Saturday, the 8th of November. So I've got two back to back. And then I'm down in Sydney at Woolai. It's an RSL down there in Sydney. I actually forget the name of it, but that's on the 14th. I've got a bit of a tour, and then I've got a corporate show in Lakes Entrance on the 17th. Back to Sydney on the 21st. I'm out on a yacht doing a show on a yacht, which will be pretty cool. And then I'm back in Cooma on the 22nd, and then home
Puma,
for another. Yeah, yeah.
my husband's family's from down there.
Oh, you'll have to let them know. I've got a show at the
What date
Alpine,
are you there?
the
27th of
22nd of November at the Alpine Hotel.
I might even be there then.
Oh, wow, that'll be cool.
22nd of November, Alpine. Well, Gus's brother lives at Calcite. They grew up
Mhm.
in Berridale, and his parents
Beautiful.
are out at Merimbula. I'll just tell the whole world where my family lives. But yeah, so
Beautiful
maybe I'll
part of
be around
Australia,
for
though.
that.
That's
That would be so
yeah.
cool. And one of my clients and friends, Trin, who you might have met on the boat as well, she's from down that way as well. She's from
Oh, wow.
Tathra. So yeah, the connection and yeah, I've written those dates down. What about Brizzy? Because a lot of the followers or the people listening to this will be Brisbane. When's your next
Brisbane,
Brisbane show?
the next Brisbane date is the 6th of December at the Raven Hotel, West End. So that'll be
Okay,
which
so You did tell me there's only 60 spots for that one, right?
Yes.
How much is it a ticket?
It's 38 a ticket plus the booking fee, I believe. So it ends up being around the 41.
Yeah, guys, $40. Come along. If you're listening to the podcast after the fact, just go to Krystal's website. What's your website?
Hypnotist krystalbrown.com.
Yeah, so go have a look what's available, get a group of friends together, get ready to laugh, get ready to heal, get ready to have the night of your life.
There's a group booking ticket on that event as well. And that I think that just brings the price down a little bit if you can bring a crew. But like I said, there's only 60 seats available in that venue, and I think it's almost half sold. So you'll
Yeah,
have to
that's
get in quick
awesome.
for that one, yeah, which is
Yeah, I
good.
have this feeling you're just going to be going like, phew.
Oh,
People
I'm so
hear
excited.
about this, they're going to want to come back and do more and more and more because it's really what the world needs right now.
Yeah, they need laughter, but they need it in a conscious way.
Yeah.
They need it in a joyful way, in a way that brings people up instead of, laughing at people for any other negative reason. It's good laughter, it's good energy, these shows. So yeah, come along, bring your crew, bring your nana. Like, it's what I say to people is bring your 9-year-old or bring your nana. These shows are for everyone. I wrote them so that my family could come. I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. And I always say to people, if I wouldn't get my wife to do it on stage, I wouldn't get you to do it. If I didn't want my kids to see it, I don't want your kids to see it. So the shows are completely clean, classy, and so much fun.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. So I think I'm going to go to the one on the 6th of December at West End. And yeah, that'll be a sellout for sure. Now, if someone can't make it to an event but wants to work with you one-on-one, same thing, just go to the website, book a one-on-one with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there should be links on that website as well for one-on-one bookings, or just find me on Facebook at just Krystal Brown, or Instagram at Hypnotist Krystal Brown.
Yeah.
Send me a message, get in contact, send a carrier pigeon, whatever you need to do. I'll be here.
Oh, that's great. And anyone that's tuning in for the first time or listening from Krystal's family, friends, followers, colleagues, my name is Diane McKendrick, and I'm one part of those two sisters. I'm in business with my older sister, Michelle Ann, and we are business coaches for ambitious, driven businesswomen, and we support women to unlock the codes of both profit and peace. And if you wanted to learn more about us or work with us, same idea, just go to our website, which is www.those2sisters, and it's the number 2, so those2sisters.com. From there, we're really well known for running retreats, so you can learn about our retreats. We run 3 a year. That will always sell out. What else do we do? Oh, we do a whole bunch of things. I've published 5 books, got a jewelry line, a protein line, all the fun things. All the ideas that just landed and I took action on it. So yeah, I would love to meet more of you. I'd love to send you the audiobook, so I can put the audiobook in the little link below in the show notes. Is there anything that you have that you can, any audios or any PDFs that you can give people? Not yet?
No, not yet.
So we put the booking, what we'll do is put the booking link in the show notes. So if people want to come to the Brisbane show, they can come along. It'll be awesome. Is there anything else you want to say, finishing up?
I just want to say thank you for having me. It's been wonderful. I appreciate it so much. It's been great.
Oh, pleasure. I'm really excited to see what you create from here. And I think the timing of meeting is just perfect and beautiful. And you'll always find me cheering for you. I was about to say from the sidelines, but I don't sit on the sidelines. I'll be in there in the arena right beside you cheering really loudly.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. And everybody, you can see us, the Rich Lady Revolution podcast, same time, same place next week. Wow, what an episode. Now here's the thing, knowledge is power, but action is where the magic happens. So if today's episode lit a fire in your belly and you're ready to cut the crap, do the thing, and step into the woman you were born to be, then I've got something special for you. Join us inside the Rich Lady Revolution, the membership. It's your next level support system and soul-powered strategy space to redefine what it means to be rich. Rich in profit, peace, presence, and power. This is your invitation to experience what it's like to be fully supported and deeply connected with a world-class coach and a community of high-caliber women who get it. Women just like you. Women walking the path of aligned success with no more burnout, no more sacrifice, and absolutely no more hiding. Inside, you'll receive weekly accountability, rich conversations, and real-life tools to evaluate your income, your impact, and your inner world, all for just $149 a month with no lock-in contracts. So if you are serious about stepping into your rich lady identity, redefining success on your terms, and making meaningful money without losing yourself in the process, head over to www.thosetwosisters.au/membership, or come join the conversation on our Facebook page, The Rich Lady Revolution. Your next level isn't just calling, it's right here, waiting for you. Trust me, your future self will thank you for it.